What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Wednesday, February 8th, 2017, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for the Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Halle Berry, Jamie Dornan, and Chris Evans have been added to the roster of presenters for the 89th Oscar ceremony on February 26 in Los Angeles. Also expected to hand out awards at the gala are Gael Garcia Bernal, Samuel L. Jackson, Scarlett Johansson, Dakota Johnson, Shirley MacLaine, Kate McKinnon, and Haley Steinfeld. Producers Michael DeLuca and Jennifer Todd announced the stars' participations Tuesday. The pair said in a joint statement, "These actors are why we love to go out to the movies. From blockbusters to art house films, these artists deliver every time, and we're thrilled to welcome them to the 89th Oscar stage." Jimmy Kimmel is hosting the event, which will air on ABC. Natalie Portman showed off her baby bump on the red carpet Sunday. The 35-year-old actress attended the 2017 Academy Award nominees luncheon at the Beverly Hilton Hotel in Beverly Hills, California. Portman, who is expecting her second child with husband Benjamin Millepied, flaunted her belly in a belted black dress. The star is nominated for Best Actress for her role as Jackie Kennedy in Jackie. La La Land stars Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling. Lion stars Dev Patel and Nicole Kidman. Fences star Denzel Washington and Viola Davis. And Manchester by the Sea stars Casey Affleck and Michelle Williams were among the other nominees in attendance. News of Portman's pregnancy broke in September after the actress attended the Venice Film Festival. She said on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon in November that she's not as far along in her pregnancy as people may think. The star explained, "It's weird because I'm a small person in general, so you show a lot faster and a lot more when you're small. Everyone thinks I'm about to pop and about to give birth at any minute, and I have months to go." She also recalled, "I went to this store the other day to buy water, and the guy at the checkout counter was like, 'Almost, huh?' I was like, 'No, not at all.'" Portman recently channeled Demi Moore's famous pregnancy photo for the new issue of Vanity Fair. Alicia Vikander was spotted hard at work on the Tomb Raider reboot this week. The 28-year-old Academy Award-winning actress was seen in costume as Lara Croft for the first time while performing stunts Monday on the movie's set in Cape Town, South Africa, according to E! News. Angelina Jolie previously played Lara in the 2001 movie Lara Croft Tomb Raider and its sequel Lara Croft Tomb Raider The Cradle of Life. The film earned a combined $431 million at the box office. Vikander told E! in July, "That is a woman I would love to meet. She made an icon of that character, of course. She also added she's quite an incredible woman. I would love to meet her." The Tomb Raider reboot co-stars Walton Goggins, Daniel Wu, and Dominic West and opens in theaters March 16, 2018. The series is based on the Tomb Raider video games, with the reboot drawing inspiration from the 2013 game. Vikander told HitFix in July, "They told me they were doing the film based on the reboot of the game from 2013. She also added, "This is more of an origin story. You get into an emotional aspect of getting to know Lara, hopefully, in an in-depth way. So I hope that doing a film of the reboot game will bring something new and fresh that will stand on its two legs." Vikander is known for such films as The Testament of Youth, Ex Machina, and The Danish Girl. She will also appear in Tulip Fever with Christoph Waltz and Submergence with James McAvoy. Snatched released a new trailer starring Amy Schumer and Goldie Hawn on Tuesday. The preview sees the newly single Emily, played by Schumer, and her ultra-cautious mom, played by Hawn, fight back after getting kidnapped on a mother-daughter trip to South America. Snatched is directed by Jonathan Levine and produced by Paul Feig and Peter Chernin. Christopher Meloni, Ike Barinholtz, Oscar Giannata, and Wanda Sykes co-star. Hawn said of Schumer in an interview with Entertainment Tonight at the 2017 Golden Globe Awards in January, "She is a great girl, she's funny, she's smart, she's thoughtful. She approaches her comedy in a way that really is a bit like an equation, the way I do. Is it funny? What can we add? What can we do? She's a great collaborator. I just had a ball with her." Schumer praised Hawn as a hero and friend in an Instagram post in December. Snatch opens in theaters May 12, with Schumer also slated to star in Thank You for Your Service with Miles Teller. Pandora, the World of Avatar is to open May 27th at Disney's Animal Kingdom in Orlando. Disney's chairman and executive officer Bob Iger made the announcement Tuesday. The Walt Disney Company said in its website, creating collaboration with filmmaker James Cameron and Lightstorm Entertainment, the new land will transport guests to the mythical world of Pandora, where they'll explore a world of floating mountains, bioluminescent plants, and join the Na'vi on 2 excursions that takes adventure to the next level. Family-friendly Na'vi River Journey will send guests on a boat ride through a bioluminescent rainforest, cultivating with an unforgettable encounter with the Na'vi shaman, a figure who has a deep connection to the life force of Pandora. Second excursion, Avatar Flight of Passage, will allow guests to fly through the skies over Pandora on the back of a banshee. The theme park attractions were inspired by Cameron's 2009 sci-fi epic, starring Sigourney Weaver, Sam Worthington, Zoe Saldana, and Michelle Rodriguez. The movie follows 22nd century humans as they colonialize the moon Pandora. The 5th and final season of the sci-fi series Orphan Black is to premiere on June 10th, BBC America announced Tuesday. Emmy Award winner Tatiana Maslany will once again play multiple clones on the cult favorite show. Maslany and her co-stars Jordan Gavaris, Maria Doyle Kennedy, Christian Braun, Kevin Hanchard, Evelyn Brochu, and Ari Millen will appear together for the first time at the 2017's Paley Fest LA on March 23rd. The actors will reflect on their years on the small screen drama during the panel discussion. The origin story of Danny Rand is unveiled in Netflix's first trailer for their latest Marvel superhero drama, Iron Fist. The clip released Tuesday features Game of Thrones alum Finn Jones in the titular role as he returns to New York City in order to reclaim his life and his family's business after surviving a plane crash. Now highly trained martial artist with powers that allow him to punch through walls, Rand will assume his role as the Iron Fist in order to fight the corruption found within his father's company and the criminal underworld that has been plaguing New York. The synopsis reads, 15 years after being presumed dead in a plane crash, Danny Rand, played by Jones, mysteriously returns to New York City, determined to reclaim his birthright and family company. However, when a long-distant enemy rises in New York City, this living weapon is forced to choose between his family's legacy and his duties as the Iron Fist. The trailer also features Rand's partner, Colleen Wing, played by Jessica Henwick, who helps the hero fight crime, and familiar faces from Netflix's stable of Marvel shows, including Rosario Dawson as Claire Temple and Wai Ching Ho as the villainous Madame Gao. Iron Fist, which premieres March 17th, is the 4th collaboration between Netflix and Marvel, following Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and Luke Cage. It is the final chapter before the streaming service planned Defenders crossover, which will bring all 4 heroes into one series. Susan Sarandon and Jessica Lange face off in new promos for Feud released this week. The 70-year-old actress and 67-year-old star will play Wearing What Happened to Baby Jane stars Bette Davis and Joan Crawford in a new FX series from Ryan Murphy. Davis and Crawford's famous rift began on the set of the 1962 movie and developed into a lifelong rivalry. Crawford died at the age of 73 in 1977, while Davis died at the age of 81 in 1989. Network tweeted, "Their movies made millions, their hatred made history, hashtag Feud. FX premieres March 5th on @FX Network." Feud, Betty and Joan will premiere March 5th and co-star Alfred Molina, Sarah Paulson, Stanley Tucci, Catherine Zeta-Jones, and Kathy Bates. Subsequent seasons will explore other famous feuds. Annette Bening has been cast in FX's upcoming second installment of its American crime series that takes place in New Orleans during and after Hurricane Katrina. Bening will portray the governor of Louisiana, Kathleen Blanco, during a turbulent time, Variety reported. The actress is so far the only star officially cast in the drama titled Katrina, an American crime story, from executive producers Ryan Murphy, Nina Jacobson, and Brad Murphy. Murphy stated that before Sarah Paulson would be returning to American Crime Story following her turn as Marsha Clark in The People vs. O.J. Simpson. Brad Simpson says, "You will have the famous people and also the people who weren't famous." Announced in August, Katrina is expected to air in 2018. It will be followed by a 3rd season of American Crime Story, which explores the 1997 murder of fashion designer Gianni Versace, starring Lady Gaga as Donatella Versace, and in a future installment that follows the Monica Lewinsky case. Simpson previously said of Katrina, "We want to do something that would still have the epic quality And the thing you remember from Katrina is everybody sitting in their bedrooms and watching these people on their roofs going, how can we not help them? How is this happening? And what we want to do is go behind the scenes of that and explain this is the reason officials weren't prepared to help them. Matt Damon attempted to once again sneak onto the set of Jimmy Kimmel Live Monday by dressing up as Super Bowl champion Tom Brady. Kimmel said of the New England Patriots quarterback as the segment began, "He could have gone anywhere, but I got a call late last night. He flew all the way down here from Houston." Damon then appeared as Brady in full uniform instead and attempted to give an interview as the NFL star, much to the audience's delight. Kimmel asked, "Why are you still in uniform?" And Damon replied, "I just haven't had time to change because I've been fired up. I kind of don't ever want to take it off." Convinced that he had been tricked, Kimmel removed the helmet to reveal Damon's identity. The late-night host then kicked the actor off the show and explained that because he did not sit down on the couch, he would not be counted as a guest. Kimmel yelled that Damon was carried out, "Your balls are flat," a reference to the Deflategate controversy that previously plagued Brady. The segment was Damon's latest attempt to get onto Jimmy Kimmel Live as part of the duo's ongoing yet fictional feud. The Jason Bourne star had made onto the late-night show last February as friend Ben Affleck smuggled him inside a trench coat. The hospital treating singer-actress Lynn Spears' daughter after an ATV mishap Sunday said Tuesday that the child is awake and talking. Her hospital told People magazine in a statement provided by her family that her father, mother, and stepfather by her side, Maddie, regained consciousness midday. The 8-year-old daughter of entertainer Lynn Spears was involved in an ATV accident at a family home Sunday in Kentwood, Louisiana. Paramedics resuscitated her, and she was airlifted to a local hospital. She is aware of her surroundings and recognizes those family members who have kept around-the-clock vigils since the accident, the statement says. It also adds doctors were able to remove the ventilator today, and she is awake and talking. Maddie continues to receive oxygen and is being monitored closely, but it appears that she has not suffered any neurological consequences from the accident. Maddie was driving an ATV on her family's property when she veered into a pond while trying to avoid a drainage ditch. She reportedly was underwater for about 2 minutes while her mother and stepfather struggled to free her from her seatbelt on the submerged vehicle. Paramedics arrived on the scene and administered CPR to the child before transporting her to the hospital. Maddie's aunt, pop star Britney Spears, posted a sweet photo of the girl on Twitter Monday. She tweeted, "Need all the well wishes and prayers for my niece." Barack Obama is enjoying his vacation to the fullest, learning how to kite surf alongside Virgin founder Richard Branson while staying at the billionaire's luxury island in the Caribbean with Michelle Obama. The former commander-in-chief, according to Branson's blog, has taken up the water sport after being told by the Secret Service 8 years ago that he wouldn't be allowed to surf while serving as president. Branson wrote alongside photos and a video of the pair's time together out in the sun, so it was tremendous to offer him the chance to learn to kite surf. The sport has really taken off in the past decades, and we have the perfect conditions and team to help anyone learn. Branson decided to try his hands at riding a foil board and challenge Obama to see who could master their respective sports first. He wrote, "We were neck and neck until the last run of the last day. I got up and the foil board and screamed along for over 50 meters, 3 feet above the water." He also added, "I was feeling very pleased with myself, only to look over and see Obama go 100 meters on his kiteboard. I had to doff off my cap to him and celebrate his victory." Christie Brinkley is returning to Sports Illustrated at the age of 63. The supermodel, 31-year-old daughter Alexa Ray Joel, and 18-year-old daughter Sailor Brinkley Cook will appear in the magazine's forthcoming 2017 swimsuit issue. Brinkley captioned a photo of herself with Alexa and Sailor. "Yes, I'm excited to announce that I am back in at SI_swimsuit. I figure with my gorgeous daughters at Alexa Ray Joel and at Sailor Brinkley Cook by my side who's going to be looking at me." She also added, "Thank you, Sports Illustrated, for sending the powerful message that good things come in packages of every size, and we do not come with an expiration date." Brinkley was the first model to land 3 consecutive SI swimsuit editions covers, Sports Illustrated from 1979, 1980, and 1981. It has made several appearances in the issue since. She told People she agrees to do the new issue with her daughter's encouragements. The star admitted, "My first thought was, at my age, no way. When I turned 30, I was like, this is the last time I'm posing in a bathing suit. When this issue comes out, I'll be 63. I thought those days are over, but to get to do it with my girls, I thought one last go." She also says, in a country that's very ageist, people love to put you in little boxes. Women feel women feel very limited by their numbers. On a personal level, I thought, if I can pull this off, I think it will help redefine those numbers and remove some of the fear of aging. Brinkley shares Alexa with second husband, rock legend Billy Joel, and Sailor with fourth husband, Peter Cook. Sailor, an aspiring model, entreated fans in an Instagram post in August to stop comparing her to Brinkley. Miranda Kerr says she and fiancé Evan Spiegel haven't had sex. The 33-year-old Australian model suggested in an interview with the London Times that she and the 26-year-old Snapchat founder will remain abstinent until they wed. She said, "I won't have another baby yet, not until after we get married. My partner is very traditional," she told the publication. "We can't. We're just waiting." Kerr and Spiegel got engaged in July after a year of dating and celebrated their engagement party in November. The model had described her home life as quiet and domestic in the January 2016 edition of The Edit. She says, "He's 25 but acts like he's 50. She says of her beau, "He's not out partying. He goes to work in Venice Beach. He comes home. We don't go out. We rather be at home and have dinner, go to bed early." Kerr was previously married to Orlando Bloom and shares 6-year-old son Flynn with the English actor. She said in the December 2015 issue of Elle Canada that she and Bloom have learned to successfully co-parent since their 2013 divorce. The star explained that the most important thing is that when he has time with me, we have quality time together, and when he's with his dad, he has quality time with him. Being with my family, reading to Flynn, playing with him is my idea of a good time. We draw together, we build blocks together. I also love swinging on swings. I'm a homebody. Being a home is the biggest luxury to me. I know I can help it. Kerr is known for her work with Victoria's Secret and recently modeled for Givenchy and Moschino. Singer Ciara and Seattle Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson were among the other celebrities couples who waited to have sex until marriage. Katy Perry will perform at the 59th Annual Grammy Awards ceremony on Sunday. The Recording Academy announced on their Twitter page that she would join the star-studded lineup, which Perry retweeted on her Twitter page. The 32-year-old pop star joins a long list of performers, including Adele, Beyoncé, Bruno Mars, John Legend, The Weeknd, Metallica, Carrie Underwood, Keith Urban, Kelsey Ballerini, Little Big Town, Chance the Rapper, Alicia Keys, Daft Punk, Tribe Called Quest, Dave Grohl, Anderson .Paak, and Maren Morris. The 2017 Grammy Awards will air on CBS Sunday, February 12th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with James Corden serving as host. Lady Gaga will be performing alongside Metallica for a duet at the 59th Annual Grammy Awards Sunday. Rolling Stones confirmed the onstage pairing after Gaga fans tweeted video of a Grammy promo clip declaring Lady Gaga duets with Metallica. According to Spin, the pop star will likely be supporting vocal support for Metallica lead singer James Hetfield, who was forced to postpone a recent concert due to doctors putting him on vocal rest. Metallica is nominated for Best Rock Song at the show, while Gaga received no nominations due to her latest album, Joanne, released after the 2016 deadline. The performance caps off a busy week for Gaga, who performed during the halftime show of Super Bowl 51 and announced a world tour in support of Joanne. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1915, Birth of a Nation opens. On this date in 1915, D.W. Griffin's Birth of a Nation, a landmark film in the history of cinema, premieres at the Clunes Auditorium in Los Angeles. The silent film was America's first feature-length motion picture and a box office smash, and during its unprecedented 3 hours, Griffin popularized countless filmmaking techniques that remain central to the art today. However, because of its explicit racism, Birth of a Nation is also regarded as one of the most offensive films ever made. Actually titled The Klansman for its first month of release, the film provides a highly subjective history of the Civil War, Reconstruction, and the rise of the Ku Klux Klan. Studied today as a masterpiece of political propaganda, Birth of a Nation caused civil rights in several cities, and was banned by many others, but was seen by millions. David Walk Griffin was born in LaGrange, Kentucky in 1875, the son of an ex-Confederate colonel. His father died when he was 7, and later dropped out of high school to help support his family. Though after holding various jobs, several jobs, um, he began a successful career as a theater actor. He wrote several plays and, on the advice of a colleague, sent some scenarios for one-reel films to the Edison Film Company and the Biograph Company. In 1908, he was hired as an actor and writer for the Biograph Studio and soon promoted to a position as director. Between 1908 and 1913, Griffin made more than 400 short films for Biograph. With the assistance of his talented cinematographer, G.W. Billy Beitzer, he invented and redefined such important cinematic techniques as the close-up, the scenic long shot, the moving camera shot, and the fade-in and fade-out. His contributions to the art of editing during this period include the flashback and parallel editing, in which two or more separate scenes are intermixed to give the impression that the separate actions are happening simultaneously. He also raised the standard of movie acting, initiating scene rehearsals before shooting, and assembling a stock company of film professionals. Many of these actors, including Lily and Dorothy Gish, Mary Pickford, Mae Marsh, and Lionel Barrymore, went on to become some of Hollywood's first movie stars. Taking his cue from the longer spectacle films produced in Italy, in 1913, Griffin produced Judith of Bethulia, about a biblical adaptation that at 4 reels was close to an hour long. It was his last Biograph film. 2 years later, he released the epic 10-reel masterpiece Birth of a Nation for Mutual Films. Birth of a Nation, based on the Thomas Dixon novel The Klansman, tells the turbulent story of America's history in the 1860s as it follows the fictional lives of two families from the North and the South. Throughout its 3 hours, African Americans are portrayed as brutish, lazy, morally degenerate, and dangerous. In the film's climax, the Ku Klux Klan rise up to save the South from the Reconstruction era prominence of African Americans in Southern public life. Riots and protests broke out at screens of Birth of a Nation in a recent number of cities. The recently formed the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, the NAACP, embarked on a major campaign to have the film banned. It eventually was censored in several cities, and Griffin agreed to change or cut some of the film's especially offensive scenes. Nevertheless, millions of people happily paid to witness the spectacle of Birth of a Nation, which were a cast of more than 10,000 people and a dramatic storyline far more sophisticated than anything released for that date. For all the gross historical inaccuracies, certain scenes, such as meetings of Congress, Civil War battles, and the assassination of Abraham Lincoln, were meticulously recreated, laying the film an art of legitimacy that made it so effective as propaganda. Of Griffin's later films, Intolerance, 1916, is the most important. Hailed by many as the finest achievement of the silent film era, it pursues 4 storylines simultaneously, which cultivated act to provide humanity's propensity for its persecution. Some regard it as an effort and atonement by Griffin for Birth of a Nation, while others believe he meant it as an answer to those who persecuted him for his political views. Intolerance was a commercial failure, but had a significant influence on the development of film art. Also on this date in 1990, Del Shannon dies of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Born Charles Westover in Grand Rapids, Michigan in 1934, the singer-songwriter known as Del Shannon committed suicide on this date in 1990. In a period when the American pop charts were dominated by cookie-cutter teen idols and novelty acts, he stood out as an all-too-rare example of an American pop star whose work reflected real originality. His heyday as a chart-friendly star in the United States may have been brief, but on the strength of his biggest hit alone, he deserves to be regarded as one of rock and roll's greats. Legend has it that while on stage one night at the Hi-Ho Lounge in Battle Creek, Michigan, in 1960, the young and unknown Del Shannon stopped his band mid-song to have his organ player repeat over and over again an unusual chord sequence he had just added ad-lib, A minor to G. Charlie went to work the next day in his job as a carpenter salesman, but with those chords stuck in his mind and the time he took the stage name of Del Shannon. Um, Del Shannon. Um, he wrote a little song called Little Runaway around them, A minor. As I walk along, I wonder what went wrong. It would be 3 months before Shannon and his band could make it to New York recording studio to record the song that Shannon is now saw as his best and possibly last shot at stardom. As he told Billboard magazine years later, I just said to myself, if this record isn't a hit, I'm going back to carpet business. Del Shannon sold Last Carpets a few months later as Runaway roared up the pop charts on its way to number one in April 1961. Hats off to Larry and Keep Searching Will Follow the Sun, were Shannon's other top 10 hits in the United States. But he enjoyed a much bigger career in the UK, where he placed 5 more songs in the top 10 over the next 2 years. Like most stars of his generation, Shannon was primarily regarded as an oldies act through the 70s and 80s, but he was in the midst of a concert-created comeback by Comeback Shack, comeback efforts in early 1990s with the Jeff Lynne produced album of original material already completed and rumors swirling of his taking the late Roy Orbison's place in the Traveling Wilburys. It's only added to the shock experienced by many when Shannon shot himself in his Santa Clarita home on February 3, 1990. Shannon's widow would later file a high-profile lawsuit against Eli Lilly, the manufacturer of the antidepressant Prozac, which Shannon had began taking shortly before his death. That suit was brought attention to the still unresolved questions of the possible connection between suicidal ideation and SSRIs, the class of drugs which Prozac belongs. And that's your entertainment report for Wednesday, February 8th, 2017. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.